Hey, I know I said I wouldn't get to that video response to Social Stigmas, and so now I'm getting around to it because I wanted to get that out before anything else happened, and I wouldn't be able to make it because, as I said in another video, I probably won't have this camera much longer due to the way mine and my girlfriend's fucked up situation is. So here it is, and I'm not sure if all these are social stigmas, but these are a short list of things that bother me because it's not really socially accepted or something along those lines. And the first one is how it's just become the norm to not talk about what's wrong with you. I mean, if anybody says, hey, how's it going, or what's up, or how you doing, you just nod and go about your business. But, if you really actually want to bring it up, they look at you like you're crazy. I mean, I understand how everybody has problems. And, it's like, hey, I can't get the bills paid, or I'm not going to have enough money at the end of the month for the rent, or, I got so many bills, I can't eat, and shit like that. And, people look at you like you're crazy or some kind of fucking leper because you're talking about that shit, and it kind of like crying in public. Everybody frowns upon it. Well, everybody frowns upon it if you admit that you're not flawless and that you actually have problems. And then, there's another thing that apparently, if you have piercings and if you have fucking tattoos, then everybody looks down on you like you're some sort of vagabond or on drugs or in a gang or something. And it's not really socially accepted by the average population to much of an extent. And if you have piercings or tattoos, then you really can't get a good job anywhere. I mean, even if you cover up the tattoos and take out your piercings, especially if you take out your piercings, people will still be able to tell that you have piercings, especially mine. I've had them for quite a while, so you can still see the holes, and you'll be able to tell them in one of my other videos. Actually, no, you won't be able to because that video's not up yet. But, it's like, it's not really that accepted by most people, and then, like, the people that it is accepted by, they're more often than not the kind of people that I don't want to be accepted by or associated with. And another thing that really bothers me is the utter lack of acceptance and the actual lack of free thinking. It's like, these days, with the way the media is and everything they put on TV, it's like, they expect you to just shut up, walk in a straight line, swallow your pride, and put your brain on standby, and just willingly open wide for the propaganda that they just dump on you in buckets. And, I'm 20 years old. I have a good mind in here. I'm well-read, I'm educated, I'm a pretty smart guy, and I'm not afraid to let people know. And, because I'm smart and I know how to think for myself, it's like I'm some sort of, like, plague-ridden abomination simply because I have a brain. And I think it's okay to admit that. And another thing that really bothers me is how apparently if you're young, then you have no idea what the fuck love is, and you have no right to want to get married or to have kids. I'm 20 years old. I've gone through enough shit in my life to where, I've gone through enough shit in my life. I've had enough experiences. I've met enough people. I've been through quite enough that if I meet somebody special that I want to keep with me forever and procreate with them, then I should be allowed to have my peace of mind on that subject. But, everybody looks down on it, and not just in my experience, it seems like it's everybody. Apparently, if you're not 35 at a dead-end job and jaded by the world, you're not allowed to know what love is or even entertain the thought of marriage and kids. maybe people just watch too much TV these days. I don't know. And, you know, one more thing is that apparently, you know, if you're a musician or a writer, then you're just some sort of lazy, drunk slacker that can't cut it doing anything else, and so, you know, you're doing that until you kill time. You know, you're doing that to kill time until you eventually burn out and just resign your free will and surrender to, you know, something that's beneath you. I mean, it's like, oh, hey, look, he's a musician, you know, and nobody really cares. And they think that it's just one of those things people do because they're lazy or they want everything handed to them. Nobody knows how much effort actually goes in to, you know, putting words down on a page for a song or a novel, or to sit in front of a computer and a mixer board all day and put sounds together to make something that actually sounds great to a limited number of people, or to maybe a large number of people, or to sit at a computer screen all day, every day, and cranking out chapter after chapter, and, you know, you talk about it and it falls on deaf ears, and everybody just thinks or says, why not get a real job? It's like there's no more room for creativity or artistic expression or imagination left in this world, and I don't like it. And then another thing that's plagued me for years, especially when I lived in Texas, is that if you're not a woman or some kind of minority, then you don't get a job. I experienced that a lot in Texas. Well, the only places I could actually get a job at were places that, well, I don't know, I guess I just got lucky. I did foundation repair, and I got that job because a friend of the family hooked me up. I mean, granted, I was the only guy on the crew that spoke English. It was a good job. After that, the same person hooked me up, and I got a job at Barnes & Noble. And after that, I got a job at a warehouse, because I guess they really need people. And then I got a job at a Walmart after that, and that one I actually did on my own. I was just kind of proud of myself for that one. But, you know, after that, you know, I just felt that because I just felt that because I had it, I felt that, you know, because I have a dick and my last name isn't Ramirez, you know, I might as well just become a hobo or something. And then I come up here and, you know, I noticed that almost every place in town that isn't a locally owned shop is run by a whole bunch of women or something, unless you have some sort of fancy-ass degree that can put you someplace making the real money. And, you know, I just hate how it's almost impossible to get a job if, well, you're me or somebody like me. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if my skin was a different color, or if I had tits, or if I was a whole lot stupider, then it'd be easy. But, you know, I feel like I'm rambling, and like I said, I don't know if all those are social stigmas, but it's a list of things that annoy me about how society is today, and things that I just wish were different. You know, maybe you feel the same way, maybe I've shined the light of insight or something, maybe you just enjoyed the video, I don't know. But thanks for taking the time to watch it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of them. That's all. Adios.